Allowing our church body, our communities to live as healthy communities is probably the greatest challenge, because we're actually living in this world, and we can't, I don't believe we ought to take ourselves out of it. When I think of the two words church and body, to me those are really important concepts to keep together, but also to think separately. When a Western European thinks of church, we think of a place. And you're never going to have a healthy community if you think church place. Because the second church is over, or your service is over, people leave church. And lots of things can happen. That means I'm no longer responsible for what I learned. I'm not responsible for the people in there because I've left. The church that I belong to, we used to always end our services by saying, meeting point, the church is now leaving the building. So now what do we do? That means that once the church leaves the building, it's still the church and must be active outside of that building. And a healthy community means that there isn't a time when you're separate, and there comes the importance of body. Because the word community is actually thrown around so much in our society, so a sports community and your national community, all of these communities, when you go on vacation, you've left your community. When there isn't a football game on, you've left that sporting community. So it's become very easy for Christians then, when they leave church, to feel like they've left their community. But if it's a body, you can't leave. I can't just tell my hand, okay, you're done now, so leave. That image that Paul used is really important for us to understand. If we're going to live as healthy communities, that means we have to be healthy bodies. And that means nobody has the right to become paralyzed just because they're having a rough day. When my hand is tired, my whole body is going to feel the effects, and other parts need to help compensate for it, but they can't just give up on it. So when my arm is broken, I actually just don't cut it off and say, well, I'm done with you now, you're broken. That's when I actually have to take care of it most. So healthy communities need to look at themselves better as the body. And how does the body work together? Now the body is also in different parts. So each has its position. So my legs are attached to my torso, to my arms. They're not all part of my kneecap. So the body of Christ also needs space, each one in their location. And that means there needs to be some sort of separation as well. I love community, and I love living in a community, and I love the body concept, but I have my own house. And although we have an open house concept, a healthy community also knows when to have its time out, when to have its space. But it never removes itself from the body. It just says, I need to rest. It's always available, always ready to serve, always ready to pick up the space where the other parts are tired or unhealthy or sick or whatever it is. So to create a healthy body in the Christian community means all of that. It means commitment, and a high level of commitment. And that's another area that we could go on for hours of what does commitment mean. And there are very different levels of commitment. I'm committed to my husband in marriage, and that for me means for life. I'm committed to my children. I will always be their mom, but I'm committed to raising them probably till they're from 18 to 25. And then I'm still their mom, but things change. So commitment levels change. So it's important for a healthy body as well to just define within itself, what does commitment mean here? What are the expectations of each member as far as commitment is concerned? When do we come together? When do we not? What do we do? That way the body can stay healthy because there's no hidden agendas going on.